Yeah, but I didn't know. Like now that I'm thinking about it, Spider-Man got some good ass villains. You just add the cartoon and all that shit.
He's like Batman from Marvel.
He probably better than Batman as far as villains go.
Ooh, nope. Take that back, Bush.
No, man.
Besides the goblins and Venom, what we got? That's big time.
The reason I say that is because some of Spider-Man's villains are just straight up whack. You know what I mean? Some of them are just like not good at all. That's the thing.
Well, the way they talked about them and the way they explained them, and because they read like a bunch of issues, and they're talking about like even the dumbest villains like Rhino has some level of depth to him. So I mean. Yeah.
No, I mean those are fine, but like he has some obscure villains that suck, man. Like, that nigga had like this entire Zodiac shit, and like the Clone Saga sucked as well. It's like there's so much shit.
Yeah, they talked about that shit too, the clone shit.
Fuck that, man. You know how many people stopped reading Spider-Man because of that shit? It's insane.
But yeah, ruined everything. But yeah, I'm already recording, so we can just talk. I don't give a fuck. Let's just go.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, just go.
We don't need Audacity.
Nah, for this one.
Turn my laptop on for no reason. I'm getting it started up.
We just need a conversation, man. We just get stuff rolling.
This nigga Mo don't like Audacity for some reason.
Cause it's effort, man.
So where you wanna? So I say we start with DC, then end off with Marvel, so we can end it on a high note. But that's just
I think people are more interested in DC stuff, strangely enough, because nothing really big has come out of Marvel yet. You know what I mean?
Oh shit! Yeah. Marvel's just doing shit. They ain't gotta talk about nothing, nigga. They playing set in motion.
At this point, we know what to expect, and they have complete confidence in themselves. They can put out whatever and it'll produce. So, but
here's the thing with Marvel, right? They still haven't even like released their big stuff. They're probably gonna release some Doctor Strange stuff. They said they're gonna release some Guardians of the Galaxy 2 stuff, and Spider-Man's gonna be there, so they might release some Spider-Man stuff.
Wait, Doctor Strange right around the corner. That shit is in
November.
Oh, yeah. Damn, I thought it was, man, fuck, that ain't right around the corner, nigga. That's like...
Dude, in the scope of things, that is right around the corner. We just got a Wonder Woman trailer for a movie that comes out in like June or July.
Shit,
man.
Think about it. It kind of is, because it's the next, after Suicide Squad, it's the next superhero movie, so...
Yeah, Suicide come out in September.
That's right around the corner. That's August 5th. That's 2 weeks.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow. Oh. Yeah, it is. By the way, They released another trailer for Suicide Squad today, by the way. Like,
I ain't watched that shit. Yeah.
It has every bit of footage that we see. It's so good. It has every bit of footage that we've seen so far, plus more. And they have Rick Ross in the soundtrack now.
Man, I'm about to donate some plasma so I can go catch the movie, dog.
Yeah, they ain't paying you no more.
Oh no! Well, I've been broke constantly because I've been getting myself out of that hole I put myself in. So
you see, Josh, they're not taking Bush's blood anymore, man. They ain't taking Bush's blood. Niggas get diabetes.
Bush out there stealing blood from hobos and
give it.
Bush be in the back of McDonald's. Hey, yo, give me your blood. I give you this burger.
That's messed up, Bush. You know how like they say there's homeless people like with the bath salts they be turned into zombies and shit. Man, Bush giving them niggas that.
Nah,
shit,
man. I mean, I just read a news story about them over there in Japan that you can donate blood for some anime posters, dog. So
I want money. I want no posters.
But anyway, man. Anyway, this is Dark Offenders, D.O. We've been going for about two. Dark Offender, I know, right?
That's what we are, man.
That sound like a police call.
Our slogan should be "Don't shoot."
Yeah, don't shoot. Don't shoot. Hands up, don't shoot. Shit, we would have been gone, man.
Man, if they realized there was some niggas on the internet cool Dark Offenders, man, we'd be taking down the rack.
FBI. Right now. Oh, yeah. They might resurrect J. Edgar Hoover and shit to get our ass, man. But, yeah, we've been going for a long-ass time, but now we got... Now we back on the verge. It ain't even the verge. Nigga, Comic-Con is already here. When is the last day of Comic-Con?
Sunday. I think, then Sunday, yeah. That's when Marvel's releasing that stuff, man. Marvel's taking that day over, man.
Okay. Well, hopefully ain't nothing too spectacular, because I don't know when the next podcast is going to be. But,
well, we could just do something tomorrow. I don't mind. If something big happens, we could just record some shit. Ain't a problem.
Yeah, we record a little bit. Hey, I'm fucking up. I had like several thoughts in my head at the same time. I didn't know which one to say first. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue, man. What we talking about first? What we get to first?
I think it would make sense to talk about Wonder Woman first, right?
Oh yeah, we can talk about that. Oh, by the way, we got of course Mo here and Josh is here too, and I'm your boy Bushido. So yeah, let's get right into Wonder Woman. Who going first? Who want to go first on Wonder Woman?
I'll let Josh go ahead, man. He usually has the bigger opinions about this stuff since BVS was so underwhelming to him. Go ahead.
Batman, like I always said, man, one of the shining moments of Batman vs Superman was Wonder Woman. So ever since then, I said, okay, this movie is trash, but they better not fuck up this Wonder Woman movie. This still has the potential of being good, and the trailers looked good. I'm gonna like. What's the word I'm looking for? Confused. It's the first, even though it's the first trailer. Like, I hope she's not just fighting regular people the whole movie. I hope not. That'd be kind of a letdown. She's just fighting in a regular war the whole movie.
So you know that would be, man. That would just be watching Wonder Woman as the bully, man. She just beating up normal people in the entire movie.
Like,
oh, you talking about you want one of her villains to show up?
Yeah, we haven't seen we haven't heard any news, and like I said, they're done filming.
So we might not get that. Yeah, we might not get one of her.
But it's like, I don't know. It just seems like this is Wonder Woman's first big time movie in the modern era. She's the first female superhero movie in this era to get her own movie, and it's like you're just gonna have her fight regular people though. Like, you don't want something more grandiose. Like,
I mean, I think we need something more grounded after that shitty ass Batman vs Superman movie.
Yeah, but I mean, how grounded could we get if she's a god? Like,
I mean, she's a god, but she ain't throwing thunderbolts and shit, man.
I think the main point.
You could beat the people who throwing thunderbolts. So.
I think the main point of the movie is exactly what BVS said about her. Like, Diana never wanted to come back to man's world because she gave up on man's world. I mean, this movie pretty much tells us what made her give up. You see what I'm saying? And I'm trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, I feel as if they will hint at bigger villains, and I feel as if
she gave up on man's world, yet she was still sticking around 70 years later. But that's none of my business.
Yeah, well, she fucking that man's dick, man.
Yeah, you know she do.
He dead by the time Batman.
You know she was doing that. She like, is that nigga Steve Trevor had any grandkids? I can smash it.
I know, right?
That's what that bitch did.
Awesome, goddamn pedophile Captain America shit, man. He fucking everybody part of the bloodline. That motherfucker don't care.
You kissing Peggy's niece.
I know, right? I mean, you could tell Wonder Woman was thirsty when she came out that water. She licked her lips when she saw that dude, man. She was like, man, you know, she was thirsty, man. I bet she was moist, man.
I don't know. I think because Wonder Woman, she has some good villains. But they,
I don't know. What are some of her good villains?
But the fact that you just said that proves my point. That this is no one's ever seen her. This is the chance to show them. Like, you see what I mean?
Actually, I remember those quote, right?
But they're not. I don't think they're going to.
That makes sense. I mean, this is like a quote, right? Like, Wonder Woman pretty much said, "The reason you never hear about my villains is because I kill all of them. I eliminate them niggas before you even hear about them."
But I mean,
you got some good villains. You got Cheetah.
That's the only one, nigga. Cheetah,
Ares.
Who? Oh, they talking about the goddess. Oh, yeah, that the god, not goddess.
And then you got all of Zeus's children around the earth.
Yeah,
but you can't really count. You can't really count.
And right now in DC Comics, she fighting Olympus, man. Like, she fighting all of them. She tried to kill niggas, man.
That's like counting Zeus and shit. Them.
No, I'm not counting. I'm counting her. His children. His children. I know, but they're on the same level as her.
Yeah, but they already have their own lores and shit. Like, she ain't got nobody that they created themselves as brand new. That's
she's created viable.
Hey, Josh, man, you can't deny the greatness that is Egg Fu, my man.
Oh yeah, oh man, my boy Egg Fu. They got to put him in the movie.
Nah, don't put that. That sounds like an Asian stereotype. Don't put that shit in there. That nigga named Egg Fu.
That doesn't sound like an Asian stereotype.
Don't say nothing. I'm about to go find a picture of Egg Foo and link.
This nigga throwing ramen bowls at niggas and shit.
Yo, but throw up a picture of Egg Foo when this video goes out, man.
Egg Foo and shit.
Wait, but I'm gonna give you the perfect picture. Hold on, let me go find it.
Don't send him that new 52 shit. Send him the original picture.
I'm sending the real Egg Foo. Listen, the second I heard about him in another podcast, I said, no, I gotta see it. I said, no, if DC's gonna make a trash movie, at least make it, you know, if you gonna see something that's trash, at least make it funny. And if this dude showed up, I will forgive Batman vs Superman if this dude has showed up.
The MVP, man.
If he had showed up, at least Batman vs Superman would have been hilarious.
Hey, see, let me let's see this Egg Foo shit. Let me see this.
Doesn't that nigga just make you want to learn martial arts and shit?
Man, what the fuck is that?
That's Egg Foo.
What the hell is that shit right there? I should be ashamed of themselves. They should be ashamed. Motherfucker got the Fu Manchu and shit. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Look, you know messed up.
Make sure you put a picture of this for the podcast.
Oh my lord.
Egg Foo.
That is so racist, man. This is running around a time when Asia and America had bad relations.
Yo, George, that nigga's all yolk, man.
It's all yolk, all yellow, man.
If for some reason Wonder Woman is bad, they can at least redeem themselves by having him show up at the end and giving us a good laugh.
Yeah, you know they're gonna be mad as fuck. They already kind of mad about fucking Ghost in the Shell. They wanted this fucking what's the dude, Iron Fist to be Asian. But you bring out this egg character right here, man.
Makes no sense to me, but okay. I mean, here we go. No. Y'all want your Asian character? Here's an Asian character right here.
It's actually strange. Like, we're talking more about Wonder Woman as a character overall, but like we should be talking about the trailer. Like,
oh yeah, we gonna get it there. I just want to say one thing. I just want to say one thing. The reason they want Iron Fist to be Asian is because this nigga basically appropriated their whole martial arts.
Actually, are we gonna get to that later when we talk about Iron Fist?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. Let's go. We go straight to the trailer. The trailer was nice. That's why I don't mind not having one of them mega villains in there because the sequences look good enough on their own. Like I was like, damn, this look good as fuck.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. For her first big time, you could showcase one of her villains too. I just feel that way. She is part of the Trinity, by it. So, I mean, make it a little bit more big.
Oh, what Mo doing? Mo, what the fuck? What you doing?
Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so what I think about the trailer is that it was exactly what Wonder Woman trailer needed to be. Like, visually, it was very colorful as her character is. It wasn't bleak like Batman vs. Superman was. Like, the color palette in that movie was very dreary, was very gray, it was very dark. You know what I mean? Even when it was daytime and stuff, like, the editors put in effort to make this film look visually dark for no reason, right? But this film took pride, like, the trailer took pride in the fact that she is a person that wears bright colors, bright blues, bright reds, and all of that, and that the Amazonians are a very colorful group of people and stuff. And I think the costume design was amazing. The fact that they managed to encapsulate two very different civilizations in the movie: the Amazonians that are very inspired by Greek stuff and Greek fashion, and then to recreate World War I era and stuff like that, the fashion that they would have at that time. I think that was a really interesting part of it. I also like the fact that they managed to balance out how they handled her being a female character very well, because they know for a fact this is the first female superhero movie, like Josh said, right? Well, at least to this current generation and stuff. And they're doing it well, because they're balancing out the fact that she is like a very graceful, elegant person, but at the same time, she's this powerful warrior. Do you know what I mean? And she is representing the Amazonians. Do you know what I mean? That's her entire thing. She's a representative of the Amazonians, and that's the reason that she goes to America in the first place. That's the reason why Steve Trevor brings her to the U.S. You know what I mean? She's like an ambassador for the Amazonians.
Okay.
And I think that's really interesting, man. I feel as if the trailer, by the way, something that we didn't get a chance to talk about was how good the action is. I want to hear what you guys think about the action in that trailer.
Mo, I just mentioned that shit, man.
No, but I mean specifically, like, what scenes did you like? Like, there was a scene where, like, for example, they showed her being sort of a quiet assassin where she had the blade underneath her dress and she was walking towards somebody.
Yeah, I remember.
And then they would have scenes where she's just up front, has her shield out and her sword, and she's just in the battlefield deflecting bullets. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I like that. Did she like deflect a missile or some shit?
Yeah, it was crazy, man. Like that shield.
I mean, that looked good and all. But that's why we need a villain, man. She gonna be doing that shit for 2 hours straight. Ain't nobody gonna stop
that, man. Kill all them civilians, man. Be the savage that you are, man. She looks so goddamn fine. I like just looking at her.
I agree with that.
I remember when she first got casted, we were all like, "What the fuck?" And now we're like, "Okay, yeah, she good."
I mean, she still ain't got that. Wonder Woman got a thick ass Amazon body. She ain't got the thick body, but I fuck shit out of her. Man.
I'm gonna be real with you, man. I'm fine with how she looks. I think that she is so good at what she's done, and I mean, like, she's playing the character very well. I kind of like, I mean, and I feel as if another thing that's really interesting that Gal Gadot brings to the role, or Gal Gadot, however you say it, is that she doesn't feel like a white woman, which she isn't. You see what I'm saying? Like,
she isn't?
No,
she's like Middle Eastern or something like that.
Yeah, like she's Israeli. Do you know what I mean? It's like she seems like she's from another country. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like, I don't know how the ethnicity and things work, because up until September 11th, Arabs were considered white. So I mean, I think they changed it in the census recently. I don't know, man.
No, but even then, if you did consider a Middle Eastern white, you can't tell the difference between a Middle Eastern and a Caucasian, just like European, Anglo-Saxon white.
I mean, you can, but like Italians got kind of like a tan too.
But she's not Italian. Yeah, I mean, like that's the big difference. Like the thing is, when you see her, like she doesn't look like Linda Carter. You know what I mean? Like remember how she used to play her in the TV show?
Yeah, Linda, she was super white, man.
Like you can tell the difference. You know what I mean? And even if you go back to the Justice League animated series, she was more tan than like say Superman and Batman. You know what I mean? Like she was from somewhere else.
I mean, before you brought that up, I was going to ask you what was her ethnicity, because she doesn't really look. Yeah, you're right. She don't really look white, and she looks sort of exotic, and that sort of fits the Amazon thing.
Definitely. So I'm happy that they casted that like her as that character. Do you know what I mean? And she's proven time and time again that no one else could outdo her in that role, because they picked her for a reason. You know what I mean? Like she didn't really have much credentials to back her up. Like before this, like when you see they casted someone like Ben Affleck to play Batman, you'd be like, okay, this man's done all of these movies and he's directed all of these movies. It makes sense for them to cast someone like this, right?
Yeah.
But with Gal Gadot, she doesn't have that catalog, and she's just had to prove herself time and time again. And she hasn't given me a single reason to doubt that she's suitable to play this character. I'm
about to drop a hot take. She's probably the best casted character out of all the characters that we've seen so far in the Justice League, man. Even more so than Batman, dog. And
I was gonna say, like, even though I didn't like Batman and Batman, I love the casting though.
Those two are very close. I agree with that. Those two are very close. I mean, like, I agree. I understand what you're saying.
Henry Cavill, he doesn't get much to do, but as far as the look, he got Superman down.
He got the look, but that motherfucker, like...
Let me say this, man. Let me say this. I like, no matter how bad these movies get, right, I'm going to support my boy Henry Cavill, like, Savile, whatever you want to call him. Like, he's that British dude. And plus, at the same time, I think he has a good Superman in him. I think the problem is that the script always holds him back. The story.
He said it himself. He said, "I hope one day I get to play the real Superman." He said it
and to be honest, like this guy literally died, and he's gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude has. Yeah,
that's sort of.
This stupid. Is the perfect opportunity. I mean, it's the perfect opportunity to bring him back as a different character, because, like, no one like I don't even get it, man. Like, I mean, we're
gonna get to that when we talk about the Justice League trailer. Yeah, but
but we all love Wonder Woman. We love what they've done with her so far in the movies. We like the trailer, and we're very hopeful for the movie, right?
Yeah, but I was going to say one thing. I was going to say that this is probably the best looking trailer they showed us so far. I mean, it is to me. It had all the necessary things.
I mean,
that make you
mean
excited.
Overall in the DC stuff, or just for the San Diego?
Overall, you got the action, the comedy, everything looks good, man. I fuck with it, all of it. I mean, I would like to point out that they do this thing with her where they speed it up a little bit, and because she's surrounded by things that are so realistic and real, and there's no other comic book element except her, she kind of looks out of place when she goes into those crazy action sequences a little bit. So I don't know, man. don't know how it's all gonna work.
Well, I mean, that's the point. I mean, she's not supposed to be there. She's Amazon. She's a superhero. This is World War One.
I'm talking about just how it like when she's doing all these crazy ultra acrobatics and like she's clearly on the rope and these other niggas is like fighting regular. Like it like something's out of place a little bit. Hopefully they fix that up.
They'll fix that in post production.
Yeah.
Actually, it's kind of an interesting idea if I just thought about it. This is a place where they still hate black people. Well, they still hate black people now. But anyway, my point is that this is a world where like racism is so high, and women are second-class citizens as well.
This is still back when white people hate Italian people still.
Exactly, that's crazy.
They hated them too.
Like, this is a point where like women and black people and all minorities in general are second-class citizens. And now, like, think about this. Let me finish. Think about it like this, Bush. A woman shows up in the middle of a man's war and beats the shit out of them in World War II. Like, that's a big deal. You know what I mean?
They don't give a fuck. They used to think that niggas had weak ankles and and weren't good at sports and shit.
Yeah, they're the ones that built up your country because their ankles are so weak. Them niggas were walking for miles. You know what I'm saying? That shit.
I mean, I'm saying they like racism is like you a delusional motherfucker to believe in some of this shit. I mean, man. Like,
sexism is pretty bad too. I think that's another interesting thing, right? Because it's like, just the fact that a civilization like that exists even at that point, and then them making the story take place at that time period makes it very interesting. You know what I mean? Like, that's never really been a thing. Like, there's never been a thing in really a comic where Wonder Woman shows up at World War One. I think there might have been a few where she was in World War Two or something like that. Like, I think that happened in like the animated series, right? Like, it was World War Two. Steve Trevor was, but they never really did World War One, and that's a very important time, and especially if you have like the ideals of what the Amazon's supposed to be. Because like, if man's world is bad by today's standards, like even then it was even worse. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's even worse than it is now, because people still have all of these ridiculous prejudices, like to a crazy degree.
Well, my thing is, my biggest issue with comic books in general is that they've sort of gotten away with creating this fantasy world where they don't include anything realistic unless it fits it fits their agenda. Like, cause I'm always confused when you go back in time and you look at some of these comic books, they don't include racism, sex, they don't include any of those things at all. And if they do include it, they'll turn the character white or some shit to lighten the blow on the readers of the comics. And that's with all fantasy. But, I kind of want them to, but like what you said, I kind of want them to like be realistic with this Wonder Woman and introduce those sexist or racist elements that existed during that time period, just to make it more believable.
I think that'd be interesting, really. Like, I feel as if this movie obviously treats Diana as a very intelligent and serious character. You know what I mean? Like, like I said, they try and balance out the idea that she's elegant and graceful and she's the princess of an entire kingdom of people, right? But at the same time, she's a warrior that gets down and dirty with a blade and a shield. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, that's still a thing.
And the shit's so crazy because at this time, they wouldn't even let niggas fight with them. Niggas had to join. They had to battle with the French and shit, the other allies, to become soldiers.
Actually, you want to know something interesting? They did like this one short comic where they retold Wonder Woman's origin, and in this one, Steve Trevor was a black soldier. You see what I'm saying? And in this one, like, what he did was he went up to Wonder Woman and the court of like the Amazons, and he said, "I understand that you believe that women are ostracized and abused in our society. But who else would understand that type of ostracization and stuff like that than a black man? You know what I mean? My people were slaves and stuff like that."
Oh, that sounded deep. I like that.
And that was real, man. He's giving them a one-to-one. He's like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel what you feel. And maybe even worse. You know what I mean? Like, that's really what it is. And that was an interesting thing that they did. And I feel as if the movie should go that deep.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she got kind of like a tan. And then, like you said, they hate Irish and everybody. You know, so...
Let's see what happens with this movie. It'll be interesting.
Let's move on to the next trailer, and that is the Justice League trailer.
Oh man!
All right, so you sound excited. Let me see what you got to say, John.
All right. I got a question. When did Batman become Nick Fury?
when Superman retired and was covered in 6 feet of dust.
I'm watching this trailer
when he died.
I see Batman and Wonder Woman sitting behind the computer, and he's like, they're like putting together this team. I'm like, wait a minute.
Nick Fury and Black
Wonder
Widow.
Woman is like like I'm pretty sure Wonder Woman should not be sitting behind a computer. I mean, that's just me.
you know what's hilarious?
I can understand Batman keeping tabs on these people, but to me, the Justice League just every incarnation I've ever seen the Justice League coming together, every comic book, every cartoon, movie, TV show, whatever, they don't plan it. It just there's a big threat. And they all come together, and they have to figure out a way to work together. And, like that's like, hey, it's just big threat, and I can't beat it by myself. You're here too. All right, we're gonna have no choice but to work together. This is like, we need your help. We need your help. Come this
nigga Ben Affleck is conducting job interviews and shit. Man.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna lose that because like the one thing about the Justice League, even after they form, is still like they don't trust each other. You're like 20 issues into the account, and they still like some people still don't like each other. They still don't trust each other. And I feel like them doing this is gonna ruin it because I heard somebody say this before. The reason why it's so easy for the Avengers to come to Marvel is because they were all made by like the same 3 people. They were all made by the same company. It makes sense for the Justice League to not come together as easily because they were all made by different companies and different people, whatever. And DC just bought them and said, hey, let's put them together. They're not supposed to look like, you look at the Avengers, they look like they belong together. Yeah. Marvel, Batman looks completely different from Flash. Flash is completely different from Superman.
You know what? I said this same shit to Mo right after I saw the trailer. I was like, these niggas don't fit together.
Yeah, and I'm saying, but that's just the fact that they came from different companies, that makes sense. And that's why I see why every time they write them, they don't just click right away like the Avengers do. They have to, like, it takes a long process for them. They got build each other out. Batman doesn't trust nobody. Superman doesn't trust this person. Green Lantern don't trust this. I feel like them doing this is gonna ruin that.
You see, you could take that as something bad, but I take that as something really interesting. You see what I'm saying? Like the fact that they're so different makes for something very interesting. Because it's like if you have something like the Avengers,
I know that, but I'm talking about them. The fact that Batman's looking for them and putting them together, as opposed to them just there's a big threat and they all got a team up.
Yeah, I think it would have been.
I understand that, but I'm more talking about the idea that you said they all feel like separate entities in one team and they feel as if
that's what I love about it. That's what I mean.
That's what I'm saying, man.
It makes more sense. Like had they not killed off Superman, it would have made more sense for him to do it because he's the Boy Scout. But I just like it. They kind of he took the edge off of Batman. Like Batman had been looking kind of weak ever since Superman died, though. Even slightly before Superman died with the whole Martha thing.
Even Superman was fucking him up.
I'm just. Well, that's.
We're gonna forget the Doomsday fight where he hid behind a rock the whole time.
I'm just saying, like this whole trailer just.
But Josh, it was a big rock.
They completely knocked the edge off of him, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, he was funny at times, but like, come on, man. This ain't fuck. Like you said, this ain't Bruce Wayne. This is Nick Fury, man. This ain't no goddamn Bruce Wayne.
Nick Fury.
But I'll say this, man. I do like certain things. So what's it called? I remember like there was this little scene where Cyborg said something like, "Oh, I thought you didn't exist." I don't know what the exact quote was, but he said, "I do when I need to," or some shit like that. And I'm like, that's really cool, man. Because like, at that point, people don't even know if the Batman is necessarily a real thing. You know what I mean? That guy is a myth.
Something that I do like about the trailer, though.
Oh, go ahead, man.
I feel like people about to rip me apart for this. I like the Flash.
Oh yeah, I like the Flash too. Yeah, we all agree on that.
He is exactly what the Flash. Flash is always the one that wants to bring. He always wants the whole team together. He always wants to beat Batman. So he's the one that they got right. Like that's Flash. He always wants the whole team together.
You know what? I think another hot take I got is the Aquaman is the worst looking motherfucker ever. Like I hate the way that nigga look. I don't like how hardened they made him. Like. I always felt like I thought Aquaman, since he a king, he's supposed to be more regal and shit. Like, what the fuck is?
Let me say this. Someone made this point, right? But this is real, and I agree with it. But the thing is that sure, he doesn't look that much like Aquaman necessarily, but he does look like an Atlantean king. He does look like he rules on like a underwater kingdom. You see what I'm saying? Like, he looks more like Poseidon. I understand, but like, he does look like he does what he does. You know what I mean? Like, he fits the profile.
I mean, he too hardened, man. He just don't got. I don't think he really fits, man. Like, I don't know, man. Just don't. I just seen that nigga be Drogo from fucking Game of Thrones. I just see that nigga as a murderer and a rapist, man. I can't.
You mean Aqua Drogo, man? That's what he is, man.
Like, I can't see this nigga being a hero, man. Like, at all. And the costume, I don't even.
It's not even a costume, just pants. Like,
yeah, just pants.
You know, I feel like he's gonna be. I feel like Jason Momoa is gonna end up being. He's gonna be Ford, man. That's what he's gonna be. That's the type of character I see him. That's what I see him as. He's the dumb, muscular guy that does shit. That's what he is.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
But here's my thing, man. Like, with this whole thing, overall, it felt a little bit disjointed and cluttered. But at the end of the day, like, I saw lots of things that were fixed, like loads. So, I mean, we can talk about the negatives all day, because like, DC is not going to run out of negatives.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, what's fixed? Go ahead, because I'm going to tear your wall down, man. I'm going to tear that shit down. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, one thing, like, here's the thing, like, what was everyone complaining about for BVS? Oh, look, this thing is so dark and muted and stuff like that, and they're attempting some type of humor. You know what I mean? They're trying to have some lightheartedness into what they're doing. And it's working for them. Like, The Flash is the best way to inject some humor. And look, let me finish. The Flash is the best way to inject humor into your thing.
You talk forever, bro. Go ahead.
It's the best way to inject humor into your story, because he's the funny one, right? And a whole bunch of other stuff that they did. Remember, like, when they originally showed Aquaman, he had the shit tattoos all over his body?
Uh-huh.
If you notice, them shits aren't there anymore. He's wearing full body armor. That nigga don't have no stupid-ass tattoos anymore.
Yeah, that was all of Hawaiian symbols and tribal tats and shit. Fuck.
Nah, man, that shit was lame. But, like, he doesn't have that anymore. And, I mean, like,
that was kind of stupid anyway. This nigga, why would he get tattoos underwater and shit? Who the fuck?
Where'd he get them tattoos from?
Because them shit's glowing in the dark and shit. I don't know, man.
Oh, but I like my boy Cyborg in a little Manila folder and shit. But in the movie, he looked so out of fucking place.
Yeah.
I think like an extra for RoboCop and shit. That shit don't even fit. Like, it's.
I'm telling you, they should have went with Martian Manhunter. I don't know why they went with Cyborg.
I think because he's in the new shit. Like, that's why they went with that name.
I mean, nobody likes new shit.
Yo, you know what would be cool?
True.
Like, Zack Snyder said, and new members like are on the horizon and shit like that. And they might be out there and stuff like that, which would be cool. And I mean, for example, one of the easiest ones to add would be Martian Manhunter. He literally has the power to shapeshift into anyone he wants.
Yeah, he'd be the easiest one to start with. The White Martian invasion, like in the cartoon. That'd be the easiest thing to do. They doing extra stuff with this.
As long as they make that nigga black, like in the TV show, man.
TV show, he was white.
No, he was black at one point.
Oh, he was black in the comic book. Cartoon, he was white.
Nah, man, he was black at one point in the comic book.
He wasn't.
I mean, when he caught on fire and shit, man, he was.
Yeah, in the comic books he was black, but in the cartoon he was white.
Man, how the fuck? And look, you know what?
He was white in the cartoon.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, Cyborg is one of those characters that they neutered the fuck out of him, man. He can be OP as fuck. He a fucking cyborg.
That implies there was something that to begin with.
Yeah, he had something to take away to begin with. Like,
if anything, they gave him something. They put him in a movie. Like,
man, fuck that. I mean, but like, a Cyborg supposed to be one of the coolest characters, man. He upgrade this nigga.
Since when? Who said this?
He a fucking cyborg. Upgrade this nigga. Shit.
Booyah.
Get this nigga nukes.
They could do that because if they do file New 52, he'll be his robotic parts come from Darkseid's technology, the Apocalypse. So they could do it, but we'll see if they're smart enough to do it.
Yeah, I mean, he did fuse with a motherboard. Get that
nigga. Get that nigga his dick back too, man. Stop playing, man. Get that nigga love interest, though.
You realize that nigga could make his own dick if he wanted to.
Man, he need his actual dick. Like, I want his whole body to be blown to bits, but his dick still intact, man.
See, this is why you gay, Bush.
What do you mean? That's some ball ass shit, man. You lose all your body but your dick, man. That's crazy.
You just talked about Wonder Woman trailer, and now you're talking about black niggas' dick, man.
Man, chill, Mo. Anyway, man,
I need to chill.
I mean, it was funny and all, like the Flash scene. You know what? One thing I don't like about the Flash is they going overboard this electricity shit. Nigga, stop it.
Yo, I always said this, man. The Flash's costume is a better Red Power Ranger suit than the one we actually have.
Now you hating.
That's what it is, man.
I guarantee Power Rangers will be better than this movie.
Yeah, how the fuck you run with that shit on? Nigga wearing football pads and shit. How you run with that shit? Come on, man. His suit ugly as fuck, man. And that electricity is overdoing it. Stop it.
I like the helmet. Helmet's cool.
I don't even remember seeing that helmet. Like, that shit was... it just looked ugly to me. Anyway, are we done with the Justice League trailer?
Yeah, nothing else to really say, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know Superman gonna make an interest in the middle of the movie.
They should have gave everybody their own individual movie. Have Batman show up at the end, like nigga.
I know, right?
It would make perfect sense because Batman actually do show up in the dark when you're not expecting it.
No, what you have to do is you have to have a Batarang make a cameo in every movie before Justice League comes out. That's what you need to do, man.
They all go home with the Batarang in their bed. Like,
yeah. You know what? Flash kind of reminded me of Peter Parker a little bit in this shit, like. Just the way he talked, and how nerdy he is and shit. Like,
a lot of incarnations. Like I said, Flash. He is the fanboy. He's the one that looks up to these heroes. So it makes sense for him to be like that.
Okay. Well, what's the next trailer, Mo? What we talking about next?
So what you niggas talking about?
We talking about we recorded some shit. We talking about superheroes and shit, dog.
Oh my bad, bro.
Go ahead.
I mean, we should talk about Luke Cage, man.
That's
some good stuff. Let's go.
Oh yeah, that Luke Cage. I knew it was gonna be lit when they played that old dirty bastard, man. Like, ooh, baby, I like it.
I love that shit, man.
At first, I didn't think it was gonna fit, but then they changed the tone up a little bit. He started crushing niggas with car doors and shit. I was like, yeah,
I like it, bro.
Can I just say I love what the Netflix shows are doing? That like Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, they all have like their own feel to them.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, they're all together, but at the same time, they all feel different. Like,
yeah, but yeah, they still grounded in the same universe. Yeah.
Yo, you know what the best part about that is that every single time you have a character that will get another show appear on someone else's show, the writers and the directors and the actors always tell you this character's not going to be like this in their own show. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give you an example. Punisher got announced that he's going to get his own show, and then the nigga that plays like Punisher said, that guy you saw in Daredevil Season 2 isn't even the Punisher. Meaning that tonally his show is going to be way more intense than what we saw in Daredevil. Then we have someone like the guy that played Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. They said the bartender that you saw in Jessica Jones is going to be a completely different person, and the show is going to be completely tonally different. And you can already tell by this trailer. They played the hip-hop track.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? That changes everything. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, if you want to go into detail about what you liked in particular, like, it was just a really big action scene for the most part, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, really, Luke Cage ain't nothing spectacular.
It was the teaser trailer, so.
Yeah, but Luke Cage in it, like, by himself, he ain't nothing. He just a generic strong nigga that can take bullets. But
actually, no, I disagree with that, because I think what they're doing right now, this is the best story that they can tell right now.
Well, I ain't talking about the story. I'm talking about just him as
a character.
Basis, as a character, just him, just being
he is kind of a massive black stereotype.
A regular ass nigga with strength.
He's a nigga that went to prison to keep.
Yeah, that nigga's a football player basically. Like, I mean, he just strong. He's strong ass. I got a ball head. He big Brody and shit, man. But like what's gonna make this show is, like you said, how they sort of merge it together with what's going on in today's world and do some social commentary in there. So it's gonna be cool. And you know, all the side black characters, it's gonna be crazy to see Misty Knight and shit like that.
Oh wow! Have you seen the bitches playing Misty Knight? She look bad as hell, man.
And good. And the villain. Don't forget the villain is the black chick.
Oh yeah.
Remember remember in Civil War the black chick that was on that Tony Stark?
Oh yeah, the one like you killed my son.
That's the villain. The picture and
that's
shit.
the villain.
Yeah,
I remember that. I remember that.
She's a great actor, by the way.
There's another nigga that's playing the villain. I can't remember. He plays like a nigga named like what was his name? Like Leather. I can't remember. He was like a snake fiend villain.
Oh my nigga Remy in there too from House of Cards. Remy, they got a bunch of great acters in here though.
Yeah, so great black actors too. You know what I mean? This is set in Harlem. You know what I mean? Like this shit.
It ain't Harlem today because Harlem been gentrified. There ain't nothing but white people in Harlem now. But
actually, I was gonna say this.
Like how Hell's Kitchen is actually a very great place to live.
Oh yeah, you could raise your kids in Hell's Kitchen.
You know,
they wouldn't go blind.
Like Hell's Kitchen is actually a really great place. Like,
yeah,
it's actually a place where rich people live. Apparently,
I tell you that shit been gentrified already, man. Niggas, them places cleaned up now.
Yeah, I mean, since we're already talking about that whole like idea that there's lots of great black actors in this, I think that's what we should actually talk about.
Well, that's sort of.
I mean, we should talk about why this show is so important right now. You know what I mean? Because like we already know about what's happening in the news and shit. You know what I mean? Like with all the people getting gunned down and stuff by police. And this show features like a black man with the power to deflect bullets. You know what I mean? Like those bullets can't die, man. He take like there's a scene not in this, but we seen stills where this dude is getting shot up and like
you know what?
That shit is just flicking back, man.
I don't think that's a good idea. Because if you put it in the whole, because if this character picks a side, then he gonna lose half of the fan base already. Like,
what do you mean by that?
Because this country divided. Like it's all lives matter, black lives matter, fucking blue lives. It's just a bunch of nonsense. I think people like because you can tell by when the cops got killed and compared to when the black dudes got killed, like people didn't care about the black dudes getting killed, but they start talking about it when the cops got killed. Like I don't, and people are really picking sides. They're like, I'm siding with the cops, and I'm siding with the black. Like it's really that way. Like because
I don't think it's really like that for this character though. Because because like for this character particularly, I think it's only as simple as these people are trying to shoot at him, and those bullets aren't hurting him. You know what I mean? He worries about his own. That's as simple as it is. You know what I mean? Luke Cage already worries about
I'm saying if they do just regular, typical corrupt cop shit, then that's cool. But if they go into they get real heavy handed and hit that whole Black Lives Matter, getting in there. If they get real deep into that shit and actually pick a side, it's gonna turn a lot of people off on that shit.
I mean, let it. You know what I mean? Like that. At the end of the day, like what these shows are supposed to be, like what we said, they're supposed to be hugely, totally different from everything. Like pretty much, what's it called? Like Jessica Jones' show about abuse. Daredevil was just like a more like traditional superhero story with the disabled guy as the main character and shit.
It'll be interesting to see, like you just said, they taking risk with these shows. So I'm curious to see how far they're willing to go with this.
And like they said, that this is gonna feature mainly like a 90s soundtrack, man, like a 90s hip hop soundtrack filled with Wu-Tang. Like what else is there? It's gonna have Wu-Tang. It's gonna have Mobb Deep. It's gonna have a whole bunch of that type of shit. You know what I mean? Those are two of the things that the executive producer said were gonna be featured in the soundtrack and stuff. And I feel as if that already separates it from anything else. You know what I mean? And I mean,
yeah.
I mean, this show, like, I'm happy that they're making it very black per se. Like, that's his roots. You know what I mean? That's what he is. You know what I mean? And I feel as if the show is being honest to that. And that's going to be an interesting show to watch, man.
Yeah, it is. I can't wait for this show.
Do you have any final thoughts, Bush and Josh, about the trailer, about the show? Are you going to be watching it? Are you excited for anything in particular?
Like I said,
Josh, are you even there?
Is
Josh there?
He might come back later, but I mean, I don't really know much about Luke Cage as a character, but seeing the trailer, I am excited for this, and I'm interested to see how they tie him in with the other characters and if they make appearances.
Definitely. Tune in September 30th. That's when it's coming out.
Yep.
All right, we need to wait for George to talk about the rest of the stuff, man.
We got a lot of shit to talk about.
Yeah, we need to talk about Ghost Rider being an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Wait, we gotta talk about. My bad, I just came back. Did y'all talk about Iron Fist and stuff already? Or?
Yeah, no. We just wrapped up Luke Cage. I asked the question, assuming you were here. Like no one else.
No, I went to. It's bad. It's over 100 degrees. I had to go get a water bottle. All
right, that's cool, man. What was I gonna say? Damn. I mean, that's really cool. Like, let's go to the Iron Fist, the Defenders shit. I mean, I really don't have much to say about Iron Fist. They really didn't show that much.
Yeah, the Defenders didn't show shit either. It's just some text. Like, come on.
It's just there to get us hyped. That's all. Which,
yeah.
I mean, we should be. They had 3 seasons and all of them were great. So there's no reason why we shouldn't be hyped.
Yeah,
definitely.
At this point, they ain't got to show shit, but just put it out.
Yeah, really. If you think about it, Luke Cage is right around the corner. It comes out September. We just now got the first trailer, and they have that much confidence in themselves.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well,
I think we'll get one more trailer, like in August, like late August or something like that.
Ain't they? No, remember Daredevil season 2? We didn't get the last trailer. We didn't get like. Remember we had the Punisher, the Elektra trailer.
Yep.
We didn't get those like 2 weeks before the show came out. Like.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, this show, like, I feel as if they have just, like you said, they have confidence in this shit. They just drop it and people watch it anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, Netflix is killing it with their shows.
They proved themselves.
Yep.
By the way, I love that Luke Cage logo. That shit look clean as fuck.
Oh, yeah, it is a good logo, yeah. But
I just hope pray to God that we see them I hope we see these Netflix people in some way, shape, or form in the movies. Like just a cameo, give it something. Like give us a reference.
Yeah, I want to see that too, man. Like these shows are too good to be not included in the other shit.
Like even if this is a reference, like while y'all was out in space fighting Thanos, these guys protected New York from his army or something like that. Like just something like that.
Yeah, like in the background. Mm-hmm. But what's the next one? What you supposed to?
Like they could even have something like what's it called? Spider-Man says something like I was holed up on like fighting yada yada yada, but some blind dude helped me or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, well, I don't want what you and Josh talking about. I want them to actually appear, man. Fuck all that.
I mean, I would love it too, but I don't think.
Of course, I'm being realistic. You know what I mean? It would have happened by now if they were like they had Civil War happening and shit. You know what I mean? But I think the reason they don't want to do it now is because they want to build the foundations for people to want to watch the Netflix stuff. But if they just say, hey, we did the Netflix stuff and now we're going to put them in the movies, people will just want to see them more in the movies and they're not going to make any TV shows anymore. Do you know what I mean? People are going to be like, let's watch a Daredevil movie instead. And I understand why they didn't hold off on something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we said we were going to talk about Iron Fist and Defenders, even though there's not much to really talk about. They released teasers for both of them, really, if you're going to even call it that.
Just to get us hyped. They both come out next year, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. So after Luke Cage
and Jessica Jones, apparently.
They're coming out with 3 shows next year?
Yeah, they said they're going to move up to 3 shows.
God damn, okay, so Marvel already won 2017 as
well. And they confirmed Daredevil Season 3 is happening, so we can expect...
In 2017?
No. Probably in 2018 we're going to get Punisher. I'm assuming we're going to get Punisher. We're going to get Daredevil Season 3 and probably something else. But that's what I'm assuming is going to happen. But next year, we can expect to get Iron Fist. We can expect to get Jessica Jones Season 2 and The Defenders. So.
Okay, so Marvel has already won the TV war of 2017. So.
Marvel did win that shit.
They already won. Ever since Daredevil came out, they've been winning the TV wars.
Well, what about Flash Season 3, man? We're going to get that Ford Speedster, man. And then what happens is Flash is going to trust him, and that nigga's going to end up being evil eventually. And then what's going to happen is we're going to have...
Marvel's not even done with their onslaught. We talk about Netflix stuff. We didn't even get to... They got Cloak and Dagger coming out next year. And then they got Ghost Rider coming to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
And they go, what's it called? What was the other show that they were working on, man? Like, they were going to make...
Control?
Yeah, Damage Control. That was it. And they're like, they got the people that made Modern Family behind that shit. Like, it's gonna be a sitcom. That's gonna be cool, man.
We'll see, man. Marvel doing big things. They ain't slowing down anytime soon.
I mean, if you think about it, it's getting to the it makes sense to release all this stuff because it's getting to it's getting close to Infinity War. This is what they've all built up for.
Yeah, actually, you already mentioned this. We should talk about it, like the Ghost Rider thing. Since Ghost Rider is going to be in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Listen, I remember when Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. first came out. I said, I'm not watching this bullshit. This show is looking bad, and I'm not gonna watch it. Every season, I watch like comic book fans that I watch on YouTube and know and stuff like, oh, that's a pretty good show. Oh, that season got better than this one. Oh, this season's better. This season's even better. This season's great. Next you know, Ghost Rider. I said, well, DC been letting me down. Okay, I got Netflix. Oh, they got all 3 seasons on Netflix. All right, time to go on my binge. I'm gonna start watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. tonight.
Yeah, because I haven't watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. either, but people keep saying how good it is.
I like it. I like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Everyone says the same thing. They say it starts off slow, but you got to get through it. The more and more you get to it, it's like, whoa, this gets good. So I got to see it for myself. I'm gonna start watching it tonight, actually.
Yeah, I'm sort of surprised.
I want to see Ghost Rider. I want to see Ghost Rider.
I mean, by the way, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is a show that's doing its own thing, but my favorite real thing about it is that, like in the Netflix shows, like the movies kind of like influence some things.
Directly impact this.
Yeah, but they directly impacts it. Like there were clear parts where when Civil War was about to come out, they were split on whether heroes registering and shit like that was a thing.
When Winter Soldier came out, that just completely changed the entire season.
Exactly.
Like I said, they're S.H.I.E.L.D., so it makes sense. Whatever happens in the movies directly.
It's direct.
I'm sort of surprised they don't do what Gotham kind of try to do and get all them lower level niggas in there.
And I think like it's that would make sense.
They got I mean
they got a bunch of characters and stuff. No, they have actual characters appearing, man. They have like what was her name? You know, Lady Sif from the Thor movie. She appeared. What's it called? Peggy Carter. Yeah, he did for a little bit as well. Peggy Carter appeared as well.
No, I'm talking about the villains. Like fucking, you can put somebody like Mysterio in there. Some stupid shit.
Not like that, but they have like they have some of the Inhumans. They had this one dude this past season. He's kind of like what Magneto is for Inhumans. Like They had him. They had this one Hulk villain from the comic book, Absorbing Man. They actually tied it in beautifully. Remember in Daredevil? Remember, Bush? You remember when Daredevil's dad, Matt Murdock's dad, had to fight that one dude, and then he had to take the fall, but he did it and he actually won.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
That dude is actually Absorbing Man in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Mm-hmm. I remember when they did that and everything. What's it called? What was his name? Crusher Krill. Remember him, the boxing dude? He was the Absorbing Man.
And then, apparently one of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. members was in the same orphanage as Matt Murdock. So,
yeah, that's dope. I mean, the crossover is really interesting. I mean, like, when you get to having this many shows and movies always coming out, the fact that they even managed to balance out to the point where they can keep those references consistent, like, that's pretty cool, man. It takes a lot of work, man.
And apparently, like I said, they had the Inhuman stuff. They got the Extremis stuff from Iron Man 3, the Super Soldier stuff. They got all that stuff in there. So
yeah, like they had Krees and shit like that, and they're actually going into like Kree history and what Krees can be used for, and you know what I mean, like just what they've done and that technology.
Y'all know what Krees are? That's Ronan from Guardians of the Galaxy, his race,
and and his species. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Okay. Yeah, I was about to just go into some random tangent about how Marvel has the Skrulls now and they can do that, but that doesn't matter. You know? I mean, that's pretty cool that they can do that.
Yeah.
What do we really have left? Like we should go into the detail about the Ghost Rider. I'll pretty much tell people what I know about it because I've read a little bit of the comic shit about this particular version of the Ghost Rider because there's been 3 Ghost Riders. There's been I believe Danny Catch, Johnny Blaze, and now the one that they're going to do in the show is actually the Hispanic Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes. And this is quite interesting because this character was created within the last 5 years and they've already put him in a TV show. That's weird as hell to me. You know what I mean? That character, I feel like he has like 10 issues tops to his name, and now he's appearing in a TV show. You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And I mean, the biggest thing for people, which weirdly enough is not a worry for me, is that people think just because Ghost Rider is going to be appearing in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that the possibility of a Netflix Ghost Rider series is completely out the window, and that's completely untrue.
Oh, because he's a legacy character.
Exactly, he's a legacy character, and they picked not the most obscure, but they picked the one that's the most throwaway, in a sense, because Robbie Reyes is a great character, don't get me wrong, but he is the most recent one, and he isn't one that necessarily has the most expansive history whatsoever. You know what I mean? So it's like, having someone like Johnny Blaze or Danny Ketch leading a Netflix show is entirely a possibility. You know what I mean? But they want to add some more hype to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and they feel as if Robbie Reyes' character would make a good addition to that show. And I'm excited to see what they do with it, man. Like,
he gonna be a villain?
No, he's a hero. By the way, interesting thing, like, this Ghost Rider actually uses a car instead of a motorcycle.
Wait, a car? What the fuck?
Yeah.
They actually showed the car at Comic-Con. They actually brought out the physical car.
Like, yeah. And it looks just like the one in the comic books.
This motherfucker using... I never heard this Ghost Rider.
He looked completely different from normal Ghost Rider, too.
Yeah, it looks dope as hell.
Okay, I can't wait to see it.
And, like, it's interesting. Like, the car talks to him and shit, and it's, like, the spirit is really cool. And I hope they do all that stuff, man. Like, I remember there were rumors going around because they casted 2 Hispanic guys, and then they had that whole shit going on with, like, the chains advertising shit. And then eventually they released this, and the rumors were all true. Because sometimes the internet, they look way too deep into shit, don't they? Yeah. And it just ends up being completely untrue. But in this case, it was really true. Because they theorized it for like a week or 2 at this point, and then just they confirmed it. I honestly did not think this was going to happen.
I heard this like a month ago.
Yeah, I did not think this was going to happen, man. But it did, and that was really cool. Like, I read his stories for the first time a week or 2 ago, and then this happens. This is crazy to me.
Yeah, but this is that's what this Ghost Rider looks like in the comic books.
Let me see this.
It actually looks kind of dope.
He's so dope, man.
I mean, usually when a story comes, when rumors come out like close to the thing.
You know, the guy that created him was a manga writer, right? Like, he was a Hispanic dude that moved to Japan, created a manga, then came back, and now he did some.
That shit looks like, I was gonna say, that shit look like a manga cover or some shit. The way it's drawn.
Is that a Charger in the background? What? That's his car. He don't use a motorcycle.
Yeah,
This nigga must be riding that up and just hitting people with the damn car and shit. I fuck with it.
That nigga look kind of nice, man. I fuck with that. How they
look. This is why I gotta go watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I have to. DC don't let me down, and Marvel don't prove to me why they can't do no wrong. I got to.
Okay, I have to throw my shots in, man. This is the only Ghost Rider that's ever interested me. You know what I mean?
Man, that first nigga beat that nigga Galactus though.
But Danny Ketch is cool. I don't really fuck. Johnny Blaze is only a cool design. That's my thing, man. That dude looks cool, and the idea is cool, but none of his stories have ever been cool. You know what I mean? But like, this boy Robbie Reyes, man. This boy Robbie Reyes about to kill it, man. Like, he's got a legit story, man. He's a dude supporting his family and shit, and now he's got Ghost Rider powers, man. We're about to see some interesting stuff in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm looking forward to it.
Did he work at Home Depot?
The fuck? Racist, man. Get that nigga out of here, man.
It's a yes or no question.
Nah, man.
That's just a random question. I'm bullshit.
Anyway, do we have any more news to talk about?
We can talk about some Kong or other shit that came out.
Have you seen the Kong trailer? Yeah, Josh?
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's like
the last one. That last one was boring as fuck.
You mean King Kong? Or like, this is in the...
Yeah, that movie was like 5 hours long.
No, George. This one's in the Godzilla universe. Remember that Godzilla movie that came out?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, what they want to do is they're going to have a King Kong versus Godzilla movie, but they need to make this Kong movie first.
Wait. My whole thing is, after seeing the glimpse of the Japanese Godzilla, that shit looked dope as fuck. Like, I don't care about that American Godzilla no more, man. Fuck that.
What you talking about? They actually released footage? Cause that picture, that nigga looks stupid.
Oh, they got trailers of the Japanese Godzilla. That shit coming out pretty soon. I saw that picture.
I said, this is stupid. Like,
yo, Josh, you need to watch that trailer for the Kong movie. It actually looks pretty cool.
But I think what else we got to talk about?
Y'all talking about Luke Cage going to get his money, bro?
Yeah, we already talked about that.
Yeah. They don't satisfy with the whole conversation.
Oh, matter of fact, the last thing we can talk about is the Killing Joke. What are your opinions on that shit, Joe?
Oh God, I haven't actually watched this movie.
we can let Josh give his opinion of it. Then.
I saw the leak of it. I had to be honest. All right, I have not liked a DC animated movie since Flashpoint. And Flashpoint came out in 2013, 2012, somewhere around there. So it's been a very long time. I remember when DC was like the king of animation. They had a whole bunch of good movies. And then the last, I haven't liked the one since Flashpoint. And I watched War, I watched Throne of Atlantis on the Batman. After Batman vs. Robin, I say, you know what, that's it, I'm done. I ain't watching this shit no more. And I've seen it 4 fucking times in a row. I ain't doing this. Nope, not again. I did not watch Justice League Gods and Monsters. I did not watch. Hell no, I did not watch no damn Teen Titans in Justice League. Did another one come out in between there? I don't even know.
Oh, yeah, they're making a Justice League Dark movie, but no, there hasn't been anything else since that Teen Titans movie.
Yeah, so I haven't watched one since Batman vs. Robin. Then I heard the Killing Joke, and I said, they better not fuck this up. They do not. If they fuck this up. So the leak came out yesterday. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna watch it. And I watched it. And yeah, I called it last night, July 23rd, 2016. R.I.P. DC animated movies. So it's over. It's done. They need to get
the animation looked good.
No more.
I know you don't like the movie, George, but I have a question for you.
The animation look kind of bad.
I know for a fact, and I'm just speaking like I'm Mars right now, but I mean, I know for a fact that you don't dislike this movie as much as you did Batman vs. Robin. You know what I mean?
Well, you see, Batman vs. Robin, if you remember, I told you, at the beginning, I said, okay, we getting somewhere, right?
Right.
This movie, I spent the first you might as well just start watching the movie 45 minutes in.
I heard about that too. I heard that prologue was absolute doo-doo.
No, I am not kidding. The first 30 minutes had nothing to do with anything. I'm talking nothing.
I mean, they did mention that they wanted to expand it and like really show.
Expand it. No, but wouldn't you expand it with stuff that actually like expands the story? How you go? It was basically watching 2 episodes. 2 different episodes. That's what it felt like. It had nothing to do with each other. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Let me put it this way.
I think Akali said it best. It's remainders of a Batman the Animated Series episode they never got to air. That's what the fuck they did at the beginning of the world.
Oh, God. I mean, here's the thing. Like, someone put in the best way possible. Like, there's Bruce Timm and there's Paul Dini, the 2 people responsible for the Batman animated series, right? Well, 2 main people, right? And then someone said, after watching the Killing Joke movie, I realized who was the greater half of that duo when it wasn't Bruce Timm. That's what they said.
Damn.
Because like, this nigga was behind it, and it's like, it just seems that he went in the direction that nobody wanted anything to go in. You know what I mean?
I want to say this. Of course, the voice actors, the Joker and Batman voice, the ones from the animes, they did great. And a lot of the stuff from the Killing Joke was actually straight off the page. And I was impressed.
I heard that was amazing. I heard the last 2 thirds in the movie was good, but the first third of that shit was trash.
I feel like you should never go straight from the page. Some stuff just doesn't transfer well.
Yeah, you should know. Yeah.
And a lot of this movie, they went straight from the page. And I'm just I'm like, wow. When I read this, I was like, it was amazing when I read it, but actually seeing it
you can sort of tell by the trailer because a lot of the scene. Because I read the Killing Joke was one of the only comic books I read, and you can tell they took like the faces that the Joker make. They took that shit straight from the comic, like and they showed it in the trailer.
It did not look as good.
Yeah, wait, like, let me just put a disclaimer right here. Me and Bush actually haven't watched the movie yet, so whenever we do, we will put a review out eventually. But, like, this is just Josh's thoughts after the movie. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know. We're just hearing what he said. You know what I mean? What I've heard about the movie is that all that stuff at the beginning does nothing for the movie but make it worse. You know what I mean? And I heard that
it's literally like, you remember when the Pokemon movies came out and you had to watch that little Pokemon show? That's exactly what it felt like.
You talking about Camp Pikachu?
Yeah, Pikachu Adventures.
Hey, George, stop with them, man. We talking about
Camp Pikachu were hard, bro. The Pikachu brothers.
Look, I'm watching. I'm like, okay. I'm on 2 minutes in. Okay. 5 minutes in. Okay. 10 minutes, 15. I'm like, yo, what the fuck am I watching? I'm like, yo, and then we get 20, 25 minutes in. I'm like, yo, am I watching the right link?
Like, you ain't like the Batgirl story, man.
Bush, I actually had to stop the movie and go back to make sure it looked like I was watching the right episode.
Look,
like, I actually had to go.
Let me see this. I heard some of the stuff that happened in that one film. Let me just say this, Bush. I think apparently they got the character completely wrong. Like, that shit ruined it.
Damn.
And then, like I said,
that was a bummer.
The Killing Joke is a Joker story.
Yeah, at its core, yeah.
You don't know who the main character in the movie is. Is it the Joker's story? Is it Batman's story? Is it Batgirl's story? I mean, why is Batgirl even a main character anyways? Because she gets shot. You never see her. So why?
I think they wanted to build her up to make you care about her in one movie instead of like over a series of comics.
Oh, I mean, they don't do this with any other character in any other movie. So why start now? And then when they did, it failed. It failed miserably.
Well, yeah, this should have just been 30 minutes.
You know what's really strange? What's really strange is that they did not need to do that. Because it's like, when you ask who's the main character, the Killing Joke, like...
It's the Joker. It's his story.
It's the Joker. It's more of a Joker comic than it is a Batman comic. And it's like,
all
a Batman on it to sell...
The Killing Joke is get shot. In fact, she's not even part of Joker's
To be honest,
plan.
like, it's just a Joker backstory, man.
Jim Gordon. His plan involves Jim Gordon.
Yeah.
Like, she's not even, like... She just happens to be there at the time. That's all. It had to be his wife, had to be his son, had to been a he would have shot them and did the same damn thing. She's just the one that happened to be there at the time.
They should have added more to the Joker story.
That's what I think they should have did. They fucked up.
I have a question for you. I have a question for you,
I don't care. Like, I heard they're gonna adapt Justice League Dark. I heard they're gonna adapt the Teen Titans Judas Contract, and I heard they're gonna adapt the Sinestro Corps War. Sinestro Corps War to me is the greatest comic book story ever. Judas Contract is one of my favorite comic book stories ever. I will not be watching those movies.
I don't really care for the Judas Contract, to be honest.
They don't fool me too many times. Even if I don't care if they like Sinestro Corps War to me is the best and my favorite comic book story ever. If they adapt it, I will not watch that movie. I'm not doing it. I'm done with DC.
Shame on you. Twice shame on me.
They fucking. I mean, like, they put all their resources for this cinematic universe, dog. You can tell. That's when they started falling off and they started focusing on these movies.
It makes sense, but I mean, just end it. Like, and then like, if you look at the sales, each movie they start off making 7,000, 10,000 a movie. And they barely, million a movie. They barely making 1 million. And it's like, it's just wasting money at this point.
Yeah.
Everything.
And like I said, the animation looked kind of choppy. Like, how did the animation look? Because it didn't look good to me.
Either way, man, like, I bought tickets to watch this shit on Monday. I'm gonna enjoy the fuck out of it.
It looked like a Batman the Animated Series episode.
I like Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah, but that's not a movie.
Yeah, that's for no movie, nigga.
I mean, Mask of the Phantasm was a damn good movie.
Yeah, but it looked different.
Fair enough. That was released in theaters too, by the way. But like, I mean,
that was actually a good movie. Y'all should go watch that instead.
You know what? I can't even say no to that. Like, that movie, I know for a fact is good. I don't know if Killing Joke movie is good or not.
No, actually, you know what's funny? That deals with the Joker's origin too. Yeah, go watch that movie.
Wait, oh yeah, it does.
Go watch that movie instead. That's a better representation of the Joker's origin.
He was straight cooning in that movie.
Joker's cooning in every episode of that movie. What you talking about, man?
There been one time when that boy wasn't cooning. He said we got all that money, and the IRS showed up. He said he wasn't fuck with IRS. Stop that cool shit, then.
Man, The Killing Joke would be a great ass movie, live action.
It would. It just didn't transfer.
Yeah, you gotta have good animation to make the faces and all that shit, man. Like, you can't be half-assing on that.
Wait, Josh. That's actually a question. How's the animation? Did it look good?
It looked like Batman in the series.
But the animation was great.
It looked like something that came out before I was born, if you ask me.
Damn.
So that's good. I take that as a compliment.
Ain't no damn
Batman,
like Gundam Seed.
Batman in the series came out before I was born. It looked like it.
Sounds interesting.
They got that Sheeta No Joe animation.
I mean, well, that's pretty much it, man. I think we close.
I mean, it's a little bit better, but it looks like it. So.
But yeah, peace. That's pretty much it.
That was a terrible exit, man. We should have said bye, we'll leave it.
Why we end off with that? I thought we ended off with Marvel so we could end it with a good note, and then you brought fucking Killing Joke.
Oh, boys, you know what? Just cut out all that Killing Joke shit, and let's just review it when we all watch the movie.